Good morning, the beautiful people of Whoville. Cause I don't know who the fuck y'all are, so it's Whoville is what I call you guys. Cause it's also like, who the fuck would just listen to my silly ass? Like, so yeah, my beautiful members of Whoville, how is you? How are you this morning? I have had a complicated morning. Um, Complicated, and here's why. Because the universe is the ultimate teacher. If you didn't know. If you didn't know, now I'm going to tell you. The universe is the ultimate teacher. And today was pop quiz day for me. And I guess it makes sense because I'm literally coming off of learning some shit. 72 hours of like darkness, which is going on in my head. Just very, very, very dark. And I kind of know what started it. But I also think three things kind of darkness. So the first thing, the first reason why I kind of pushed myself into this darkness a little bit is I haven't been doing my energy work. I have not been on my square. I've been off my mark, and that's just me being real with myself and holding myself accountable. We'll talk about why a little bit when we get into why I'm doing this video today. But like legit, I just have not been doing my work. I've been not meditating, although I keep saying I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna get back to it. I've not been producing and recording, although I keep saying no. I did recorded the video. I just didn't post it because it was trash. Just all the shit that I've been all the good shit that I've been doing, leaving 2018, preparing for 2019, and here we are in 2019, and I'm doing exactly what I do at the top of every year, which is not stick to it and like hold myself accountable. So yeah, I need to get back to this energy work. The second thing, and I don't care what nobody say, you can kiss my whole ass if you don't agree, but I was PMSing. It's all for me. This is my story. I'm not saying this is every woman's story, but my story, the day before I drop any blood, I cry. Like, I'm hella emotional. Like, everything just feels so intense. Like, all my life, shit, you can ask my best friend. Notoriously, all our collective lives together, the day before my period starts, I just call her randomly. I just need to talk. I just need a friend. I just need somebody to love me. I'm just feeling so sad. The world is crumbling. My name is Chicken Little. Only to call her the next day and be like, oh, bitch, I started my period last night. I'm fine. I don't know why, but that's it. I love her so much because she has helped me through for 20 some odd years, and I'm not taking a pill for it. I would just cry profusely for no reason one day out the fucking month for the rest of my life. Oh God. And then the third reason is because I think a bitch done caught some feelings. I done fucked around and caught some feelings. But I'm not fucking with that shit. So, fucking feelings, I got work to do. So that brings me to why in the hell am I even recording, coming to you guys, bothering you this glorious morning? And this is literally my 5th attempt at this video, so bear with me. Actually, I don't give a shit how you feel about it. I'm gonna get through it because this ain't even about you. It's about me. If you along for the journey, thank you. If you not, then I mean, okay. I'm giving out hair tips in a month, so chill. Wait on it. There's a challenge going around on social media. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm kind of sparked by social media. My phone ticks. It's like it's time to get up. Cool. Oh, my phone's in my hand. Let me see what's going on in the world. We got to stop it. I got to stop it. But, and still having that psychosis, the how hard the age hit you challenge is going around. And so I participated. I definitely threw up a picture from 10 years ago and a picture from now. And might I say, I'm aging like fine goddamn wine, bitch. Red wine. I'm an acquired taste, goddamn it. But I'm good for your heart. Absolutely. But looks is one thing. And so as I was sitting there looking at it, like, oh, gee, what changed? Like, what has happened in the last 10 years? And then I think I saw another post that was like, yeah, yo, so y'all posting all these physical pictures, but with that mental, like, and I'm like, you know what? That's right, brother. Speak that knowledge. What that mental like? What that brain do? So I really had to check myself as usual, hold myself accountable as usual. I had to, again, as the prophets, the Migos say, walketh as you talketh. So like I'm trying to, walk it like I talk it. I had to sit down and think about what the fuck has made me feel like I look better or, just overall look better in the last 10 years. And it was a paradigm shift, yo. It literally the fuck was. So today, I bring to you who the fuck Regina was 10 years ago in her head. Because the pictures don't matter. And if it really matters to you, go find me on social media. I posted it to my Instagram. So do some homework. But if it doesn't matter, and this is what really matters, then let's talk. Like, let's really talk. Because I think this is the most important part of that, I guess, thing that I hope the right people will realize. Like, you gotta see if your paradigm has shifted in the last 10 years. And if it hasn't, baby, you gotta get with it. Because time ain't forever. As Miss Jennifer, is it Lewis? Yeah, Miss Jennifer Lewis said in fucking What's Love Got to Do with It, man? She was the coldest mama ever. I can't believe she gave Tina up, yo. Like, she just told, again, yo, that goes back to my every dollar ain't a good dollar to have. Black people stop selling each other up the road for $50. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, so, yeah, let's cut these cards of Regina together, man. So the first thing I realized about Regina at then, I've been real good at not giving away my age. I think maybe I said it. I don't think nobody watched me consistently enough to catch it. And I'm not afraid of my age. I just don't want to reveal because it don't crack, and so keep guessing. But 10 years ago, you can't pay me to do that decade again. You just really can't. You can't pay me to be 20 nothing again. But I damn sure wouldn't go back to immediately 10 years ago from today. Oh, no. First thing I realized is I was mentally starved. Like, I was just mentally starved on every accord. Like, the only place I had any semblance of or resemblance of mental exercise was at work. And that's just because I dealt with credit and financing while selling you some stuff. So it was just an interesting nuance and puzzle that I had to put together in my head before I presented it to the client, because they didn't know what the fuck I was talking about half of the time anyway. So that was the last time I was like mentally that's the way I was mentally engaged. Sorry, I got distracted by how that part was not really good. And so I had to fix it because, I had to fix it. That's way better. But yeah, so I was just mentally starved. I remember when I first, moved out on my own and ventured out, books were very important to me. So I would have my books around, all around the room, piled up in the corner. And then I met my ex, and so we was a year in to our relationship. And I remember he would be joking, but clearly the shit didn't leave high feelings with me at the end. You know what I mean? He would always be like, I don't like my women reading. I remember when we was kind of getting together, not when we was talking, as we called it. And I would just have a book with me. So whenever he would do something or be doing something or just fucking ignore me, I would pull my goddamn book out and I would start reading. And he would always be like, the fuck is you doing? Nigga, I'm reading. What the fuck does it look like I'm doing? Well, I don't like my women reading. Bitch, I ain't yours. So now, the fuck? But I remember this day, and I remember it I have nightmares about it sometimes. I'm in the house chilling, minding my goddamn business, have no idea where he is, and I gave a fuck, giving a fuck. I'm not looking for him as usual. as I normally would, rather, he comes in the house because I will always hear his footsteps clunk, 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 clunk. So I hear his footsteps come to the back door. He opens the back, because our bedroom was in the back of the apartment. So he came in. I'm sitting on the bed because the bed was on the floor. We didn't have a box spring. So I'm sitting on the bed, I'm reading. I look up and I'm like, oh, hey. And he just walks over to me and slaps the book out my hand and go, didn't I say I ain't like my women reading? And he laughs and go puts his motherfucking coat in the closet. We had a walk-in closet. He go put his coat in the closet, and then he come out and he like, what's up? Is you fucking serious? I mean, now looking back on it, it's like, bitch, why you ain't beat his ass, kick him out your house, and send him back to his mama? Cause who raised this fool? But no, I stayed and like engaged him and gave him all of the attention that he wanted, which was about nothing. So I was just mentally starved 10 years ago. Like, not just about the books thing, but like when I stopped reading, I stopped writing. When I stopped writing, I literally stopped thinking around shit. Like, I was just mentally starved. And to see who and where I am today, it's like, bitch, why you do that to yourself? You should have been like, oh, you don't like to read? Cool. I can't be with no dumb nigga who don't read. Like, that's stupid. Oh, God. I guess this next reason is why I stayed. I was very, very insecure because I never felt like I was enough. Like, I never felt like I was enough. And I didn't have any validation around me to kind of give it to me. When you're younger, you do need some outside validation. I mean, if you didn't, then we would be born like deers, right? You born, you got to get your little wobbly nubs together, and then, you know, after a while of us trying to teach you, we just leave your ass and you better catch up. Like, if humans could survive like that, then that's how we would come into the world. But we don't. We come into the world totally dependent on a nigga. We come into the world totally dependent on this woman. I was about to call it. We totally dependent on this stranger in so many senses. Like, we only know what we feel when we're around this person. And we don't really know what fully that is yet. And I mean, I didn't have the validation that I needed at that time in my life in order to be able to like fully stand on my own 2 feet. Like, I was independent. I was working. I was taking care of me and my boyfriend at the time because he wouldn't work. I mean, and when I say taking care of 2 adults, I was taking care of everything. Haircuts, making sure that he had the clothes that he wanted. Fucking lunch money for the both of us. Like, taking care of all the shit that, like, everybody jokes about now. That was me 10 years ago. My family wasn't supportive. They hated the relationship I was in. Rightfully so. But it's about how we go about hating the people that who we love. We got to do that a little better. But yeah, they hated the relationship that I was in. I was chunkier than what I am now, so I was fat all the time. I was trying to figure some shit out, so you know, they always was putting my mental against theirs, like, oh, you think you better. No, I think I read a book once upon a time. Like, we got some shit to solve, guys, but like, just and my hubris was real big 10 years ago, so I thought I could just solve it on my own, and oh God, I was just very insecure and doing all of the things that young ladies do when they're insecure. I wasn't confident in my looks, although I had a little boyfriend. He was cheating on me, and he told everybody, all of his friends, because it circled back around to me. Because again, ain't nobody loyal when they are scorned and their hearts are broken. And so from day one, like, he was kind of on some, yeah, she old and she ugly, but she gives me what I want type shit. So yeah, I was not validated at all back in the day. And I hear people say to me all the time, why do you talk about hard shit with a smile on your face? Because I'm here to talk about it, and I'm not dealing with it anymore. You should smile about that. third point. 10 years ago, I'm sorry, it sounded like somebody was coming through my back door. And if I'm a die, I'm a die on video, because goddamn, fuck that. I don't want somebody to find my killer. Fuck that shit. I don't want no peace. Ride in the streets if I die. Sorry. Back to the third point. I was very naive and very delusional about what really mattered in life, what life was supposed to be about. It's kind of the delusions that I speak to in people today. And it wasn't like a hair, nails, clothes type thing. It was like a I'm concerned about how you see me type thing. I want to make sure that I'm in the forefront and winning all the time type of delusion. And it's like, bitch, you can't win all the time. You're not great at everything. You can't always be in the forefront and then get mad when people are looking at you. Like those type of delusions. It's like, I wanted to do what the fuck I wanted to do with no consequences. And it's like, that's not how that shit works. Like, if you want to do what the fuck you want to do, you have to be very responsible of the consequences that ensue. Like, but I was delusional and I was naive. Like, in the things that I was doing, like, especially the men that I was choosing to deal with, right? Like at 23, although at 23 I was fully committed to the relationship that I was in, I definitely had just walked out of a phase of a couple of years. Like the dude that I ended up with, I cheated on my boyfriend with. So you lose them how you get them. That is a true thing. But also, like, and it wasn't like I was out here ratchet, like having dudes call my phone and sneaking out and all that shit. But like, before I got into this relationship, I had just walked out of the mindset of, you feel me, if I can take your man, you're not doing what you're supposed to do to keep your man. Which in turn made me be in a relationship, the woman who bent over backwards and did all of this shit to keep my man. Bitch, this is a autonomous human being. They gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. So no matter how much I was cooking, no matter how much I was fucking paying every bill, no matter how much I was fucking providing every way, no matter how much fucking and sucking I was doing, god damn it, this nigga still was cheating. He still was not happy. He still wasn't fucking there for me. And it's because neither one of us was there for me. I was naive. I was so delusional. And it's not just about him. Shit, I should have even quit my job 10 years ago. Because these motherfuckers, like, treated me like shit, fucking would just make me work all the goddamn time. Like, would skip me over for promotions that I deserve. Like, just all sorts of shit. And I just didn't see it. I didn't see it for what it was. Man, I was delusional as hell. I was naive as hell back then. I was just doing things because I just had it all fucking skewed. It wasn't fitting. It just wasn't. So in turn, the fourth thing I realized about myself back then versus now is that I was jealous of everything because I felt like I was deprived of so much. Like I was so, oh God, I drank envy every morning. Let me get a double shot. I was so fucking envious of everything. I was envious, of course, of the female friends that my boyfriend had. Well, envious, jealous, or intuition, one of the two. Well, I mean, one of the three. Either way, didn't like these bitches. I was envious of my roommate's sister. Well, I was also mad at her because she just moved into our fucking house without my permission. But I was also envious of her because this bitch looked like she was in a happy relationship. And I'm in the back of the house in the big room with this fucking making it work ass relationship. And I'm just like, envious of my roommate proper, because I mean, I guess she's finishing school and not giving a fuck about what people think about her. And not giving a fuck about what people think about her. Not really, like, giving much to others, but receiving everything. Like, her mama would come and drop her $250 just for the fuck of it. Ma, I need some money to go shopping. Drop her off the fucking money. Ma, I need some money to pay this BG&E. Regina, get the fuck out my face. Damn, bitch, I need lights. And bitch, you knew you needed lights. I don't know if I want to thank her or punch her for those moments, but those were our moments. So I was jealous. It made me very envious of everything around me. Everything around me that I was perceiving that everybody else had that I didn't. That I felt like I deserved, but now in hindsight, could I have sustained it? Probably not. I would have been that person that some other Regina from somewhere would have been talking about. Yo, shit, it might be somebody somewhere talking about Regina and how I put these fucking feelings on them. Because hurt people hurt people. And so back then, I'm talking about how I was fucking hurt. But I know I dealt my own fucking cards of hurt. And I'm so remorseful now for any pain that I may have ill-troddenly put on someone else because of my hurt. Like, I can't apologize enough for that shit. But back in the day, if I ever said a hateful word to you, gut check if I was jealous. And if you think that I was, I probably was. Because I was. The fifth thing that I realized, and like, this is still a thing that I'm working through, and I'm not saying, because I don't want to overcorrect in this issue either, but like, I used to let men treat me like shit. Like, top dog, full on shit. And I'm not talking about like this, oh, I'm going to beat you in the streets, I'm going to call you a bitch and disrespect you type shit. But, yeah, we got close. Again, I stayed with a guy who I felt in my soul, who I knew. Shit, I knew he was cheating on me. He came to me twice and told me out his mouth he was cheating on me. First time, all right, you can forgive somebody. Second time, you need to be like, this is how you feel about me. I don't mean anything to you. I need to be out. I just let him treat me like shit. I just did. My brothers, I remember in 2009, my youngest brother was in high school. Had to be high school because I was with my ex. He was in high school, and actually, I'm sorry, he was like in 8th grade. But he used to call me bitches and sluts, dumb. Like, he's a kid, a legit kid. And it wasn't like he just started this at teenager. This boy been calling me bitches and sluts and all this since he was 8. Since he was 8. And I would bend over backwards for him. Oh, you need something, you want something, mommy not giving you this. Oh, let me run to you. Because I just want you to love me, because I'm your big sister. The other brother, the one who I grew up with in 2009, straight was not talking to me. In hindsight, it was a miscommunication on both ends because we was funneling our relationship through our mother, which was a bad thing for us to do. But yeah, like, he just straight was not talking to me. And at this time, exactly 10 years ago, had a whole fucking, well, his wife now, I was about to call her bitch. Sorry, I'm working that out my system. But had this whole girl pregnant and wasn't even telling people. Like, the fuck, I ain't find out until a couple of months from now, like April. And my nephew was born in June. So what the fuck, fam? What the whole fuck? Like, my brother wasn't talking to me. Fucking my male friends wasn't treating me right. And here's the crazy thing about it. Because in 2009, I had nothing but a whole slew of male friends. And as I'm talking about how my male friends ain't treat me right, 2 in particular come to mind. But the second one I don't fault as much. Because again, I shat on him. So I don't fault him as much because he's a friend of the first one. The first one was supposed to be my best friend. Like, my second male best friend, because I met him in high school. So I met him after my first male best friend. Oh, and my first male best friend in 2009 thought that he could only talk to me through his dick. So I wasn't talking to him, of course, because I was in a relationship. But my second male best friend, who I got a job at my job. And when I started getting promoted, I was starting to get him promoted too. This guy wouldn't hang out with me. He wouldn't return my calls. He would see me at work all day. I would be like, hey, God, yo, I don't know what's going on with this one either. I'm sorry. It is driving me insane. God, it just won't lay down. It keeps sticking out. Perfect. All right. I'm like, hey, he would see me all day at work. I'm like, hey, you want to go out for a drink, grab a beer? Like, you want to come over the house? Like, I live right around the corner from the store. Like, I'll cook real quick. Like, let's just hang out. No. Only to come back to work the next day and be like, he hung out with everybody else in the store. What the fuck? I'm your best friend. That shit hurts. And at no point during that time did I ever say, yo, this shit hurts. I just took it. And I kept calling him my best friend. And I kept being there for them. Because on the flip side, when nobody else was answering his phone calls, oh, he knew G's number then. It was just too much. And I let them treat me like that 10 years ago. That's what I thought about myself. That's what I thought I was worth. Excuse me. Which leads me to the sixth point. I was not confident at all 10 years ago. Like, I wasn't. And if you knew me from 10 years ago, if you knew me 10 years ago, and you like, Regina, nah, you was confident. Like, no, I fake confidence very, very well. Like, I really do. I wasn't confident. And I honestly think it's just something that humans go through between those early formative ages of 20 to 20, like 4 or 5, depending on who you are. Like, you feel like an imposter. You don't feel like yourself in your skin, especially if you've had some trauma that you've worked through up to that point. Like, for me, I felt like how I felt in high school as I started to move upwards in debate. It's like, let me just do my thing, don't look at me. Let me just do my thing, don't think that I'm great. Let me just do my thing and don't like focus any attention on me. Why? Because like the minute people start looking at me, they take it as an opportunity to knock me down or pick me apart or just fuck with me. And all I wanted to do was what I was doing over here in my corner, quietly having fun, respecting everything around me. So 10 years ago, when I'm walking around like getting promoted at work or trying to be successful in the only areas where I really had the ability to be successful in my mind, which was I was trying really, really hard to be a great girlfriend, and I was trying really, really hard to be a great employee at work, and like doing everything in my capacity to like grow in those arenas. And because they both weren't good for me, they did a little seesaw the whole time. Every time I made an advancement here, I fell a little bit over here. Every time I made an advancement here, I fell a little bit over here. So it never balanced out because they weren't for me. However, I felt like I didn't deserve any of it though. Like, although I was working hard and doing decent things in the process, I just felt like an imposter. So no matter how much I stuck my chest out, it was literally just sticking my chest out, probably so you could poke a hole in that fucking heart and take my ass out like Steve Irwin. Shit. I don't know, but I was not confident at all. I was not confident at all. Nope. Number 7 though. I always felt alone in a crowd of fucking people. 10 years ago. Like, again, like I said, I just had a house full of people. It was my roommate, her sister moved herself in, then she moved 2 or 3 niggas in, but we not gonna talk about it. She definitely always had some niggas just over the house in the front until she got with her current guy and so my family was broken and fighting. We wasn't talking. I was trying to buy the love of my youngest brother. Hell, I was trying to buy the love of my mother too, because I want to say if it wasn't 2009, it was 2010. I pulled out fucking money from my 401k to pay her mortgage. I'm trying to buy her love too. And that's a whole story all in itself. We'll have story time one day. But I'm trying to buy everybody's love. I'm trying to just not feel alone. I'm just trying to bring people around me to love me, to make me feel whole again, or at least help me feel whole. And I just felt alone. I cried myself to sleep a lot in 2009. Man. And it's like I'm going to sleep next to somebody every day. But I was crying myself to sleep every night. Like, more times than not, a silent cry. Just a silent cry. Just a, I ache from the inside and I don't know how to solve it type of cry. I felt so alone all the time. And in 2009, I was still hanging out with everybody, like all of my high school friends, my college friends who were still local. Like, shit, all you had to do was call me and be like, hey G, what's up? And I would be like, shit, what the fuck, let's go. Like, but I was so alone. I was so alone. It just to, I don't know, touch into what I was 10 years ago, and what I've been like running away from, like it's Sodom and Gomorrah. Goddamn. I just haven't, I guess, reflected, or I haven't cut these cards. So, whoo child, whoo chile, as the girls say. Nah, I definitely was alone a lot. Not so much anymore. I'm very comfortable in my own space. And so now it's like, oh no, I choose to be in a room alone, because I'm enjoying the thoughts that I have. I want to definitely share my space with someone who is worthy of sharing my space with. However, I no longer compromise myself in order to get that. So, number 8, y'all. I was hardworking and persistent back then. Regina, that doesn't sound like a bad thing. It's not. However, I'm a smarter worker now and still very persistent. You see what I did there, right? Back then, I would run around and do everything. Oh, I got it. 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 Back then, I literally worked like 3 12-hour shifts in a day. I mean, in a week. Every week. Like, and then I pulled back on that in order to make my relationship work. And then, yeah, again, like I told you, the seesaw. Because none of them was for me. But I freaking would try to do everything, make sure I could do everything, just working really, really hard. Now, because I work a little smarter, I understand leverage. I understand how to successfully have a team. I understand how to positively reinforce and motivate my team. I get these things now, and I'm always going to be persistent. Like, I be damned. Like, I don't know, maybe it's the Sag in me. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm me. I refuse to not get what the fuck it is that I want, so I'm always going to be persistent. I'm just going to be real smart about it now. So, but yeah, no, back then, I was always running. Like, running more than I do now. Like, with no vehicle. Did I have a car? My brother gifted me his truck in 2009. So yeah, no, I just, running and running. Working too hard for nothing. Working too hard to, like, it's literally, I was spinning my wheels in mud. Spinning in mud. Just spinning back 10 years ago. I will never do it again. Or I hope I never have to do it again. Number 9. Now, and I know this is about to sound crazy, but hear me out. I was very selfish in 2009 as well. Versus now, 2019, I'm selfless. So hear me out. I say I was selfish, although, I was hurting myself and doing all this shit. I was selfish because I was going through all that shit because of the perception of me. Like when you looked at me in 2009, people would say shit like, "Oh, Regina, for a girl your age, you really got it put together. You got your own apartment. You have a nice relationship going. I got the truck. You got this nice truck. You got a good job. You're holding the job down. You're smart. Regina, kudos." And I wanted those kudos because I wasn't getting them in the arenas where it mattered. So I wanted those kudos. And I selfishly convinced myself that those were the kudos that matter and those were the only ones that I could obtain. So go get it. Selfish. I just wanted you to shine a light on me, to shine a light on me. And then don't. Like, too much light, too much attention. Just, yeah. Be like, "Oh, no, Regina great. No, she the greatest. No, she the motherfucking GOAT." And then keep moving. It reminds me of the issues that I had with my manager today. Oh, it's just like, baby, no. You don't have to be in the forefront of everything, banging the fucking tambourine just because you can. I'm selfless now because I do what I can to help because I understand the importance of the end goal, but I've learned to respect myself in the process. Sorry, y'all know how that used to get me, make my mouth all water. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I had to drink some water real quick. I'm sorry, but that Noosa is too good to give up. It just is. It just is. It just is. So, but yeah, now I'm selfless. I do what I can because I understand the end goal. I understand what is at stake. But I don't abuse myself or help myself in the process. I don't do it just to be in the forefront of the shit anymore. Actually, I got a friend, matter of fact, I have a friend, loose acquaintance, couple. And the wife comes to me and is like, "Yeah, help me plan the surprise party." I'm like, "All right, cool. I can help you plan the surprise party. Here's where I can't overextend myself and abuse myself or hurt myself in the process." So right now, me and her are negotiating like the monies, like who I'll go get the stuff, and like I got this amount to put to it, but like you gave me a list of shit. Where your duck is at? Regina 10 years ago just would have ran out and did it all, and even when, you know, shit seemed a little iffy about the money, I would be like, "Oh, it's fine, I'll do it." Put myself in a financial bind and be like, no. Now I have financial plans, and like I want to definitely like help commend this friend or, you know, honor this friend like that, but like that your husband, so I can only help it so much. So if that ain't good enough, yo bad, and I'm sorry, kinda. I don't know. So yeah, I guess that's a little example of how I'm trying to be a little more selfless now. I definitely want to help. I'm always going to extend the help where I can. I just can't kill myself in the process. I can't. It's not about the glory or the glitz. I don't give a shit what you think. Your opinion of me is not my business, actually. I do have to give a major fuck about how I make myself feel. That's important. The last thing, and I guess it's clear. It's clear to me now. It is so clear to me now. I was hurt 10 years ago. I still hurt a little bit now, but 10 years ago, oh baby, I was broken real bad. I was broken and then being broken some more 10 years ago. I didn't have healthy relationships. And it literally all stems from within. As I said at the top, or I meant to say at the top of this video, the beauty and the light that I see in me now, it's a glow, and it came from within, and I had to start to love myself differently. I had to first figure out how to fuck to love myself in the first place. I had to put in some work, the heavy lifting, the shit that really matters. I had to do that shit. And that's how I could stop hurting. That's how I could even fucking realize I was hurting. A lot of the shit that I went through that I thought was normal because I went through it and that's all that I seen, and I wasn't communicating outward about what was going on in my life, allowed me to stay hurt. Stay hurt a whole lot longer than I should have. All because I was scared. So I could hear the people in the back who knew me back then. You was hurt. Bitch, no. Mean, I think, is the word that you was looking for. Disrespectful. If y'all ain't learned nothing yet, understand that everybody manifests pain in different ways. And I'm trying to show that there is a realm where that person who probably attacked some people was hurting and we missed it. Again, some people manifest pain into bigger pain. Some people manifest pain into anger. Some people manifest pain into nothingness, like literal nothingness. Fam, I was hurting. I was hurt 10 years ago. I was hurt. I was hurting. I was being hurt actively. I was hurt 10 years ago. So how hard did age hit me? Bitch. I aged like fine motherfucking wine. And red wine at that. Cause I'm an acquired taste, but I'm good for your motherfucking heart. Yes, love. Age ain't hit me hard at all. Age ain't do nothing but make me better. Make me stronger. Age has been wonderful to me. Age has given me everything that I thought I had back then. I'm happy 10 years from then. I'm so happy. I have good days and bad days. Like I said, 3 days straight. Oh, God. But I'm happy because I know I have what it takes in order to give me what I need to be successful. I also know that I have what it takes to be able to go out and get what I need if I don't have like the immediate access to the tools to be successful. I'm gonna be successful. So but I don't want to hurt no more. So I don't know where I got left off after that phone call interrupted me, but that phone call did prompt me to let me know that it's time. It's time for me to go ahead and move on to the next venture for the morning because I got shit to do and I still got to go to work. And everything in me wants to call out, but I'm off the next 2 days, so let me do it. Let me be responsible. Sorry. So go love somebody today, even if that somebody is fucking you. Like, go love yourself. Go give yourself a hug. Go like rub your shoulder. Congratulate yourself on a great job. Like, just love yourself. I'm gonna go do that. So thank you for listening to me, rocking with me. I hope you like have really sat down and thought about what the last 10 years have been for you. This has also prompted me to start thinking about what the next 10 years are going to be for me. And so that's exciting. I'm fucking excited. When I was 10, I didn't think I was going to see 16. When I was 16, 23 was unfathomable. And now well beyond 23. The sky's the limit. I can't wait. I'm way happier than what I used to be. And I'm happy about that too. So, as always, I'm going to leave you with a little extra life. Just some more. Just like go experience some shit today too. Like, and some lovingness. Like, go do something new. And a whole bunch of light. And it's coming from this side because clearly I need to put up some fucking blinds for the dining room. Cause that light shining from the dining room. So from the give y'all that light and love. I'm always leaving you with some love. Cause if ain't nobody tell you I love you, I promise you all this weirdness is because I love you guys. I'm loving you guys through me.